على محمد وآل Muhammad. Okay, my goodness. First of all, the invitation is here. That means it's right here to the birthday of the Quran. Some of us will start Ramadan tonight, and some of us will start tomorrow night. Doesn't matter, really doesn't matter. But we're gonna start the month of Ramadan. It's just here, like you can open the envelope and see the invitation there. But before that, there is a dua to be recited on the last day of Shaban. So we're gonna recite that. We're gonna think about it and then move on to what I want to talk about. So the dua goes, Allahumma, O Allah, illam takun ghafarta lana fima madha min Shaban. If you have not forgiven us in the days that have gone by in the month of Shaban, faghfir lana, forgive us, fima baqiya minhu, with whatever is left for it. So whatever hours are left today, or for those who start tomorrow night, the whole day. So we've got to think about istighfar today, the whole day, istighfar. Astaghfirullah Rabbi wa atubu ilayh. Because we're going to start this month in an awesome way. Right, so we've got this invitation, this beautiful invitation. Now, when we get an invitation for a birthday party, let's see what we do. The first thing we do is, what am I going to wear? If it's a fancy dress party, we dress up. If it's a very formal birthday party, we're suited and booted. It just depends. This is the birthday of the Quran. So what sort of clothes do we need? So there's the clothes of taqwa. Taqwa, remember, comes from wikaya, the protection against sins. So I'm going to make sure that I try really, really hard not to go to any of those things that I'm not supposed to do. The clothes of Quran and dua. I mean, it's amazing. Those are the clothes we have to wear and our best behaviors. Because here the clothes is talking about the inner soul. So my best behavior, remember the 9 things we talked about in the sermon of the Prophet. All those apply now at this birthday party. What time is this birthday party? Well, all day, but it's especially relevant at the times of Salah. So today, for example, Sahri or Sahri was before this, but Fajr was 3:47. Then Zohar is 1:06. Asr is about 4:55 or 5 o'clock. Maghrib is 8:22, and Isha is about 9:30 or 9:35. And these are all times of the party. Okay, so what will the banquet be? What will be laid out? What will laid out? What will be the food? Remember the 3 things: barakah, rahmah, and maghfirah. Barakah, in essence, blessings more than we can even imagine, more than expected. Rahmah, now maybe if we put it in our language, it's the ability to stroke when we have the power to strike. And think about Allah. He is granting us His rahmah despite knowing everything about us. And then maghfirah, to hide our sins from people, from the angels, from the souls, and also from ourselves. We talked about it when we talked about the Ghafur. So that's the banquet. What present do I take? I mean, that's a major thing I think about when we want to go to a birthday. What is the present I'm going to take? If you were to ask your mom or your dad, and you were to say, what present would you like for me for my birthday? Most moms and dads would say, I want you to be your best. I want to make sure that you get to Jannah. I remember when I used to tell my children, I'd like to see you at the door of Jannah. They would tell me, Mama, not door of Jannah. We want to go in. That's the best present that anybody who loves you would want. And it's the same thing with Allah. The best present is for us to be our best. There's a wonderful dua of Imam Ali where he says, Ilahi, kafa bi izzan an akuna li abdan. It is so much pride for me that I am your slave. وَكَفَى بِفَخْرًا أَن تَكُونَ لِي رَبًّا, and greater pride for me that you are my Rabb. But then I like the last bit. I absolutely love it, where we're telling Allah, أَنْتَ كَمَا أُحِبْ. If I were to choose a God, you are exactly what I would choose. You are exactly what I love. But the last bit of this says, make me, فَجْعَلْنِي كَمَا تُحِبْ. Make me as you would love me to be. That is the present. That's what we take, that we reach our full potential. If you ask me what is the best present I got for my birthday was, or what best present was when I asked someone what they wanted for their birthday was my son. And I remember he was 7 years old. And I said, what do you want for your birthday this year? And he said, I want to be buried at your feet. I thought, oh my goodness. And he said, that's what I want. So I said, okay. But then we still bought him lots of birthday presents. And I still remember the day when he opened the birthday present and he cried. I said, why are you crying? What's the matter? Don't you like these? There's so many presents for you. And he said, but you promised me that you would allow me to be buried at your feet. Why are you buying me presents? It touched me, and it touches all of us. So with Allah, what present should I take in Ramadan? Promise to be my best, to do my best in everything, using the Quran, using du'as, all those as a means to do that. How long will this party last? Because normally mom's telling you, what time do I pick you up? What time do I drop you? My goodness, 29 or 30 days. It's a long party, really long one. When do we cut the cake? What's the time of cutting the cake? Laylatul Qadr. Now, really important we get everything together because we're going to take the cake. So, if I were to tell you, come and eat cake with me, and he would say, wow, that's lovely. Let's make a cup of tea and have some cake. But then on the table, I laid out some flour, some sugar, some butter, some eggs, baking powder. You know better how to make a cake than I do. But if I laid all these out and I said, let's eat it, you'd say, yuck, ew, it's not put together. Same thing on Laylatul Qadr. To be able to celebrate, we're taking the cake. We got to put all of it together. Our study of the Quran, our behaviors, our du'as, everything, all has to be put together. Our salah, everything we did in the sermon of the Prophet. And then we get to cut this cake. What about a party bag? What do we leave with? You know, when you go to a birthday party, you're looking forward to take something back home. So the party bag is three things. One, taqwa. You always come out with God consciousness, with the ability to protect yourself from sins. You build a willpower. You become strong. You're able to say no to things that are wrong. You're able to push yourself to be your best. And obviously the last one, forgiveness. Remember what the Prophet said. The most unfortunate of people in this month are the ones who haven't been forgiven. Now, what is the greeting for Ramadan? If you start Ramadan tonight, what are you going to say? What are you going to say to everybody you meet? You will say, Ramadan Kareem. Kareem is honorable. You know, may this Ramadan be honorable for you. And the answer is Allahu Akram. Allah is more honorable than anything or anyone. Oh, it's beautiful. So if I were to tell you Ramadan Kareem, your answer will be Allahu Akram. Okay, now let's go over some of the things that we got to do tonight, and I'll repeat them again tomorrow at 4 o'clock if your Ramadan starts tomorrow night. But if it starts tonight, then what are the things you're going to do? First of all, you got to make sure that your Quran is ready, that your dua book is ready, that everything is sorted out for this month. But you will do a ghusl for the first night of Ramadan. Oh, and I remember my grandma. She used to splash our face with rose water. And she had the rose water in this silver container. It was beautiful with little, like a watering can. It had little holes at the top. And she called it marashi. And she used to sprinkle it on our face. And she would say, it will bring the nur, the divine energy out of you. Well, it's something that you have to do. Splash your face with rose water. Recite 7 times Surah Al-Fatiha on your eyes. That means recite it on your hands, put it on your eyes like that, and it will protect your eyes from pain, both physical pain. I would put it here as well, and it'll protect it. The eyes of the heart, that means it'll open them up, make them more clearer to see things. Absolutely love this month. My goodness, we're waiting for it right here. Okay, Quran City. And as you can see, we're going to talk about Ayatul Kursi. Now, we talked about the first ayah, or first surah of the Quran yesterday, which conceptualizes the whole Quran. But when the Prophet was asked, what is the best of what was revealed to you? His consistent answer was always Ayatul Kursi. Imam Ali would say, there's not a single night that has gone since I heard Ayatul Kursi that I would not recite it. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. I could give you so many ahadiths about it. It's absolutely phenomenal. Let me go to the benefits first. So if you were to recite Ayatul Kursi all the time, you will get a phenomenal memory. You can recite it for your marhumin. It will grant them nur in their grave. It makes death easy. It's protection when you leave home. When you leave home, as soon as you recite Ayatul Kursi, you get 2 bodyguards on each side. That means 2 angels on each side. The angels do istighfar for you. If ever you find something difficult in life, then recite the first 4 verses of Surah Al-Baqarah, and you all know them. Alif Lam Mim, ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين. Yep, so you recite those 4. You recite Ayatul Kursi, and then the last 3 ayat of Surah Al-Baqarah. That's amazing. So what is Ayatul Kursi? Sometimes you recite the ayat after it, but it's only 1 ayah. Surah number 2, Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah 255. Can you remember that? That's 255. You know, Abu Dhar Ghifari asked the Prophet, give me 1 ayah that's the greatest ever. And he said, everything you can ever imagine is in this ayah. I mean, why wouldn't we want to learn it? So we're going to divide this ayah into 9 sections. Can you remember that? 9 sections. Now, if you remember 9, if you put 4 at the top, 1 in the middle, and 4 at the bottom. The 4 at the top connect with 4 at the bottom. It's like a rainbow. If you go onto the site on qfatima.com and you put in Ayatul Kursi, you will find the rainbow of Ayatul Kursi. But I'll try and explain it today. 9 sections. First section. Allahu la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum. So Allah, one to be loved, worshipped, obeyed. Remember, Fir'aun used to call himself Ilah because he wanted to be obeyed. But here, Allahu la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum. Allah, there is no God but He. He is the Hayy, He is the Qayyum. And we remember we recited that in Dua Nur. Hayy is one that is ever living. There is no life outside Him. All of us live because of Him. Qayyum is the ever standing. He makes sure everything is together, is standing. Nothing falls apart. He maintains us. Sayyidah Fatimah Zahra used to say that hold on to these 2 names of Allah at the times of difficulty. Hayy, Qayyum. Ya Hayyu, Ya Qayyum. Keep on repeating it. Ya Hayyu, Ya Qayyum. Okay, next section, because I said there were 9. Second section. La ta'khudhuhu sinatun wala nawm. So sina is that tiredness that comes before sleep. Nawm is sleep itself. So it's saying that Allah never is tired and never sleeps. My goodness. Then you say, when you say La ta'khudhuhu sinatun wala nawm, then what do you say? Do you remember? Let's go over it again. Allahu la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum. La ta'khudhuhu sinatun wala nawm. Man dhal ladhi yashfa'u indahu illa bi'idhni. No. What is it? Tell me. Lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard. I'm waiting for you to prompt me. Okay. For Him is whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth. Okay, that's the third one. The fourth one, Man dhal ladhi yashfa'u. Can you remember it? Man dhal ladhi yashfa'u what? Indahu illa bi'idhni. That's right. All right. So man dhal ladhi, who would dare? Who would challenge? Yashfa'u, make a case. Indahu, with Him. Illa bi'idhni, except without His permission. So we've looked at 4 sections, right? So in other words, there is nobody who can intercede, who can make a case, who can come in between without His permission. Right, now the middle one. So remember I said 4 at the top, 1 in the middle, 4 at the bottom. Can you help me with that one? يَعْلَمُ مَا بَيْنَ أَيْدِيهِمْ وَمَا خَلْفَهُمْ. He knows what is in front of them and what is behind them. In other words, He knows everything, past, present, and future. Absolutely everything. Okay. Now we're going to look at the 4 that come after it, right at the bottom. وَلَا يُحِيطُونَ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنْ عِلْمِهِ إِلَّا بِمَا شَاءَ. They have no knowledge of His knowledge. We don't even know the human personality. We know very little. We don't even know that. So He's saying, you don't know anything. I know everything. وَسِيَ كُرْسِيُّ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْ. Go on. وَسِيَ كُرْسِيُّ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْ. Ard. Well done. Wasiya means vast, it's over everything. Kursi is the seat of divine knowledge. So his knowledge, his power is over everything. Wasiya kursiyu samawati wal ard. Wala ya'uduhu hifdhuhuma. Okay. And looking after them does not tire him at all. Not at all. وَهُوَ الْعَلِيُّ الْعَظِيمُ. He is Ali and He is Azim. And we did that when we did the dua. Ya Aliyu, Ya Azim. Allah is higher than everything, the most prominent in everything. Azim, the most awesome, the most mighty. And the moment you think Ya Aliyu, Ya Azim, you think Ya Aliyu is what you recite in Sajda. Subhana Rabbiyal A'la. Azim Ruku. Subhana Rabbiyal Azimi. Now there's 4 attributes of Allah here. Do you remember which ones they are? Go on. Ya Hayyu, Ya Qayyum, Ya Aliyu, Ya Azim. You remember that? Okay, so let's recite Ayatul Kursi together. Okay. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahu la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum. La ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawm. Lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard. Man dhal ladhi yashfa'u indahu illa bi'idhni. يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يعوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. 9 sections, 4 at the top, 1 in the middle, 4 at the bottom. Okay, so recite this all the time. Can you imagine? It's known as Sayyidul Ayat, the chief of the ayat. It's phenomenal. I mean, if you don't know anything, you should know this. It protects you. It gives you absolutely everything. Just keep on reciting it. And if you can't remember the whole thing and you're still learning it, do it section by section. But at least remember, Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum, Ya Aliyu Ya Azim. Okay. So now we're going to go to our dua. And remember, we were talking about the dua, Allahumma adkhil ala ahli al-quburis surur. And today we're going to try and finish this dua and look at the last verses of this dua and inshallah be able to recite it all together. So where we were, we stopped. The next section was Allahumma fukka kulla asir. Oh Allah, release every prisoner, every prisoner. You know, let me tell you what Shaheed Murtaza Mutahari said in his book. He said, do you know what it means to enslave someone? Sometimes we think a prisoner is only someone who is in prison. But no, look what he says. He says, when you pick someone else's fruits, when you exploit someone, that means that when somebody's worked really, really hard and then you take their work away, that is also exploiting. In other words, we're putting them in a prison. We're taking their work away. So here we're saying, release every prisoner. Let them be free to be who they are. Let them be free to use their hard work. Don't take it away. That's not how it's supposed to be. And then the next ayah goes, Allahumma aslih kulla fasidin min umur al-muslimin. So, oh Allah, correct every wrong in the affairs of the Muslims. And we've got to think about this one. We're actually doing this dua every single day in Ramadan. If we want to correct the affairs of the Muslims, we've got to learn what Quran says. In Surah Al-Ankabut, he says that when you want to talk to the Ahlul Kitab or you want to talk to other people, start with what is common. And that's the same thing we've got to do with our Muslim community. Funnily, we start with what is separate, what we don't believe in. We all believe in the same God, in the same Prophet, in the same book. We all pray, we all fast. We've got to start with commonalities. And that is the only way forward. It's not divide and rule. It's put everybody together and work together. Oh, and then, Allahumma shfi kulla mareed. My goodness. So important today. Oh Allah, cure everyone who's sick. And we live in a time where, oh my goodness, people are getting so sick with this virus. We cannot be Muslims if we don't wake up in the morning and the first dua would be, as the Prophet said, pray for the sick person and say, oh Allah, cure him with your medicine and keep him safe from distress. We should wake up and think about all those people who are so distressed at the moment. To continue recite, Allahumma shfi kulla mareed. You know, the Prophet said, one who helps a sick person in meeting his needs is forgiven all his sins, whether he is successful in helping them or not, just to make that intention. And we saw all these people raising funds, clapping for the NHS, but doing something is even more important. So we've got to do that. We really got to help. And then we say, Allahumma sudda faqrana bi ghinak. Oh Allah, ease our poverty, take away our poverty by your wealth. And you know, sometimes the greatest of poverty is the poverty of the character, the stinginess in us. So we're trying to say, God, stop me from being stingy. Give me a big heart like you have. Then Allahumma ghayyir su'a halina bi husni halik. Change my evil state through your good state. You know, before every salah, we say, it was a dua that taught by Imam Zain al-Abidin, straight after your takbiratul ihram, Ya muhsinu qad ataka al-musi. Oh, the one who does ihsan, who gives so much. In front of you is the sinner. فَتَجَاوَزْ عَنْ قَبِيحِ مَا عِنْدِي بِجَمِيلِ مَا عِنْدَكَ ya Kareem. Change what is bad in me with what is beautiful in you. So we're asking to adopt all the beautiful attributes of Allah. And then we say, Allahumma qdi anna dayn wa aghnina min al-faqr. Relieve us of our debts. Help us against poverty. Again, we got to think of everything, not only the debts that we talk about, financial debts, but debts towards people. How many people have we hurt? We've got to ask for forgiveness. Our poverty is in our behavior. Oh Allah, make my behavior rich. These are the things we have to ask for and change within ourselves. And finally, we say, Innaka ala kulli shayin qadir. You have power over everything. You gotta accept that. We don't have any power at all. And this has been taught to us by this virus. We thought we ruled the world, but a tiny little organism that we can't even see. My goodness, it caused havoc, absolute havoc. And we've got to remember that. And I'd like to end with recitation of the dua. Maybe you can recite it with me. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma adkil ala ahli al-qubur as-surur. Allahumma aghni kulla faqir. Allahumma ashbi' kulla ja'i'. Allahumma aksu kulla 'uryan. اللهم اقضي دين كل مدين اللهم فرج عن كل مكروب اللهم رد كل غريب اللهم فك كل عسير اللهم أصلح كل فاسد من أمور المسلمين اللهم اشف كل مريض اللهم سد فقرنا بغناك اللهم غير سوء حالنا بحسن حالك اللهم اقضي عنا الدين وأغننا من الفقر إنك على كل شيء قدير اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. So before we end with the Surah Al-Fatiha and the dua for protection, this is my last session at 11:30. Inshallah, I will see you tomorrow from 4 o'clock, which is the time we do our normal Ramadan children's classes. We started 27 years ago in February 1994, and I never knew that after 27 years we would be having an online session. But khair, that's the way it is. So I hope to see you. You don't have to be a child, because our classes were between the ages of 4 and 12, and we had moms as well. You don't have to be a mom, you can be anyone. You don't have to be 4, you don't have to be 12, you can be any age at all. So I hope to see you tomorrow, inshallah, live on YouTube at 4 o'clock. Jazakumullah khair. So let's recite Surah Al-Fatiha for those who are ill, for the marhumeen, and all those who are in trouble, and then the dua for protection. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. صدق الله العظيم. لي خمسة أطفي بها هر الوباء الحاتمة المصطفى والمرتضى وأبناهما والفاطمة. جزاكم الله خير. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم.